moment is that India Today TV is calling the first election. We are calling Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand will go to the BJP. 44 out of 53 leads. India Today TV is calling Uttarakhand. Remember, we predicted a sweep for the BJP. That's exactly what's happening. This could be the biggest victory for any party in the history of Uttarakhand since the state 2002. The big election that we are calling at the moment is Uttarakhand, where the BJP is leading in 44 out of 53. Uttarakhand, the BJP is leading in 53. That's what we are calling at Uttarakhand, BJP crossing the halfway mark in Uttarakhand. Okay.
And Harish Rawat,
that was a bit of drama that we had to create necessarily in the program, a bit of energy, Virat Kohli style. I'm trying to be Virat Kohli today. T20 cricket, no one plays better than Virat Kohli.
Harish Rawat is trailing in both his seats. Every time I see you go there, I see you go close to the chair.
No, you see, we have a caricature only of Harish Rawat. So we don't know who's going to occupy that chair. Can you tell us, Ashok Malik, as someone who knows the inside track to the BJP, who will be the BJP's chief ministerial? Who is likely to be the chief minister?
Well, if I were to bet, I would bet on somebody who has not been chief minister earlier.
Who's that? Oh, not been chief minister.
Harish Rawat is trailing both his seats.
Daughter?
Okay.
Harish Rawat is trailing both his seats.
Okay, Harish, and I want to give another important point. A significant point, since I mentioned Virat Kohli, he is the only cricketer who has hit three consecutive double centuries in 3 series. The BJP is also set to hit a double century. In fact, my producer says 4 double centuries in 4 series. So therefore, at the moment, the other big story that we want to give, okay, we are going Virat Kohli style and giving you the other big breaking story. The BJP has touched the 200 mark in leads and trends at the moment, which means that this could be the biggest day for the BJP in its history in state elections. It doesn't get bigger than this. Remember, the highest that the party has got was 221, Kalyan Singh in a joint state in 1991. This is now as big as it comes. The BJP ahead in 200 seats in Uttar Pradesh, surging ahead. BJP leading by 200 seats in Uttar Pradesh. That really is quite a story at the moment. Gentlemen, it appears this could now go up to 300. Ye dil mange more. Sharat Pradhan, where will this go?
Well, the way it is going, I'm sure it is likely to go ahead of what exit polls have projected. Because already 200, we have halfway and 200 seats there. And how many in all have they covered?
We're looking at the upper end of our opinion poll.
You know, this clearly shows that I would again say the vote is again for Modi. It is not the BJP.
It's the vote.
It's a vote for Modi.
You know, we keep saying vote for Modi.
Modi is larger than the BJP.
Modi is larger than the BJP. Is this the biggest day? I mean, was I exaggerating and engaging in typical television hyperbole when I said this is the biggest day in the state electoral history of the BJP? Or am I right? If they reach 250 and above, as they are now poised to do.
Without a state leader. Without a state leader.
Am I right in saying the biggest day?
You see, in 2007, Mayawati stitched together a coalition with huge incremental vote. In 2012, Akhilesh stitched together a coalition with huge incremental vote and won. But they won, they were regional leaders standing to be chief minister. Here, if these numbers hold, Modi would have done it without offering himself as chief minister and without the chief ministerial face. So that makes his achievement that much more unique.
Okay, yes.
Rajdeep, I think we also must mention the point that in Punjab, the Leeds position clearly shows the Congress at an advantage. They are quite a bit above, they are moving above the halfway mark. Out of 68, they are at 35. So I think even Punjab seems to be indicating a trend where you are likely to have a single party getting a majority.
So you could have a single party, and what is very clear is the Congress is going to be the single largest in Punjab.
But look
I
at
think
this.
that's becoming clearer by the minute, and it's in Malwa where the change is taking place.
But
Yes.
look at Akali Dal is still hanging in.
Yes,
You know, Akali Dal was written off by most people and still around.
No, hanging in, yes. But Dipankar, 15 seats out of 70
But remember,
means that they are losing power.
That's
So I
true.
mean, they're not being
That's true.
decimated,
They're
but
not
they are not.
decimated.
They're holding
They're
on
not
in Malwa.
decimated.
In Malwa,
Saying single
the
digit.
Akali Dal is leading in 9 seats.
Yeah, one by one, please.
In
Yes.
Malwa, the Akali Dal is leading in 9 seats, the Congress in 20, and the AAP in 15.
So what has happened? I think let's give our viewers a sense of what's gone wrong there for the Aam Aadmi Party. Clearly in Malwa, the Aam Aadmi Party was hoping that there was such a tide of anti-establishment vote against Akalis, they would get the entire benefit of it. What is instead happening in Punjab is that that vote is actually getting divided 3 ways. The Congress is holding on to its vote, and while the AAP has dented the Akalis, not enough to cross majority in many of the Malwa seats, and thereby that's where the AAP is suffering, and the fact that in Majha and Doaba it is the Congress which is sweeping. So
Majha 10 out of 13.
So
the leads are for
Navjot Singh Sidhu today will look at it and say balle balle. So it's balle balle for Navjot Singh Sidhu. He's leading, I can tell you, at the moment. Those are the leads that we are getting. Navjot Singh Sidhu well ahead in Amritsar East at the moment. But importantly, Amrinder Singh is also now leading in his home base of Patiala. So he could be the next chief minister if these trends hold at the moment. We're getting lots of trends and lots of results, because in Uttar Pradesh, for example, if I look at the VIP list, Sandeep, the VIP list is clearly showing that the Congress is taking a hit. Kuwar Jitan Prasad, the Congress former minister, I don't know why they call him Kuwar in today's times, but he's been called Kuwar Jitin Prasad. He's trailing at the moment from his seat in Shahjahanpur. Amita Singh, the wife of Sanjay Singh, Congress MP, former national badminton player, Amita Singh, she's trailing in Amethi. The BJP's Garima Singh is leading. And remember, this is in Rahul Gandhi's bastion of Amethi. So even in Amethi and Raebareli, it's the BJP which is doing remarkably well. Aparna Yadav, the other daughter-in-law of Mulayam Singh, is trailing in Lahore cantonment. Instead, it's Rita Bahuguna Joshi who switched sides, who is leading at the moment, switched at the right time, saw the which way the wind was blowing. Sangeet Singh Som, Sardana, from there in Muzaffarnagar, he is leading at the moment. Lakshmikant Bajpai is the only senior BJP leader who I see trailing at the moment. In Meerut, in Noida, Pankaj Singh, son of Rajnath Singh, is leading. Azam Khan is one of the few leaders of the Samajwadi Party who's avoiding this BJP blitzkrieg. He's leading at the moment in Rampur. We have Siddharth Nath Singh, who's leading at the moment in Allahabad West. Padrona, Swami Prasad Maurya, important candidate of the BJP, switched from the BSP, is leading at the moment in Ghosi. BSP's Abbas Ansari, the son of Mukhtar Ansari, the Don of Eastern UP, is trailing, but his father, Mau Mukhtar Ansari, is leading. So it's better to be a father than a son, it appears today in Indian politics. Clearly at the moment, what we are getting is a BJP wave. There's no other way to describe this. This is now a landslide, a wave, tsunami, call it what you will. Yes.
Also to switch to a smaller state.
Yes.
Goa, the race is extremely tight, with the Congress leading in 5 and the BJP leading in 4. So it's a very tight race in Goa.
Chalo, there you saw it. I told you my home state is producing a T20 thriller. I thought it would be Punjab. It's turning out to be Goa.
I mean, I know
Yes.
some people are betting that you're the future chief minister of Goa, so you may take a lot of...
No, sir, I'm happy being Virat Kohli. I'm happy being Virat Kohli in television.
But I must tell you about what you mentioned about Garima Singh and Amita Singh.
Yes.
In the bastions of Raebareli Lok Sabha seat and Amethi,
Yes.
that's the one place where the Samajwadi Party and Congress had a messy alliance.
Yes.
They had candidates from both parties, so the alliance didn't work. It's not to say that if the alliance had worked, the results would have been different. But still, it's the, if you look at Punjab, the Shiromani Akali Dal BJP combined was a very clean
headlines on the train.
arrangement. There were no competition between the two parties in any seats. But Samajwadi Party Congress alliance was a messy alliance in...
I take it. Let's go to our political guests who are joining us. Abhishek Manu Singhvi joining me of the Congress Party. I'm also joined by Ghanshyam Tiwari of the Samajwadi Party. BJP's leaders also are going to join us. Sudesh Verma joining me of the BJP and Ashish Khaitan of the AAP. Good. Let's have all 4 of you getting quick comments from each and every one of you. First, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, are you conceding defeat in Uttar Pradesh?
Rajdeep, you have been in enough programs and so have I, and you and I both know that the right time to call this election at the very earliest is around 11 o'clock. I think these trends have had a tendency of reversing themselves. But yes, if the Uttar Pradesh trends persist, and that's a big if still till 11 o'clock I would say, then obviously it is not only a victory for Mr. Modi, it's a remarkable victory. Because
sir, you are a seasoned lawyer.
You have to accept
Sir,
that
you are a
everyone got
seasoned
it
lawyer.
wrong, except your poll perhaps.
Sir, please.
Your poll perhaps.
Sir, you are a seasoned lawyer. Now at this stage, when one side is 221 and the others are 56-26, start accepting it. You know, there is a case which you have lost today. It's like a bad case that you have lost. Accept it. Why don't you be generous and say BJP has scored a remarkable victory in UP?
I am accepting. What is... Rajdeep, what did I say just now? I just said so. I used the word remarkable before you did. But I'm just being a little sober for 1 hour more. How does it change if we accept defeat 1 hour later than now?
Okay.
I am going further.
Yes.
I am saying that everyone,
yes,
including you, discussants, channels, people in Delhi drawing rooms, everybody got it wrong except your last poll. Your last poll appears to be accurate, but from November 8th, the demonetization date till now,
yes,
it means that the narrative was got wrong. I don't think, just half a minute more Rajdeep,
yes,
I don't think that demonetization changes from being a historical blunder, not supportable on common sense, logic, etc. I know it will be claimed otherwise, but nevertheless it shows that the narrative, how it was conveyed to the people, Mr. Modi has managed.
And I can give you, I want
to,
sir, I want you to smile also. You look like you could come back to power in Punjab. Last time was a false dawn in 2012. You could come back. So you might want to say cheers to Amrinder Singh and maybe share a Patiala. I don't think you drink. Otherwise, he would have given you a Patiala peg tonight.
Absolutely. And Manipur, we are hopeful, very hopeful.
Yes.
In Manipur as well. In Goa, let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens in Goa. Okay. Mr. Singhvi, I wanted to make you feel good for a moment. Ashish Khaitan, the news for you is not so good at all. The Aam Aadmi Party has clearly failed in its Punjab adventure. Are you willing now to concede that you got it wrong? And also, sir, for a moment apologize to the exit pollsters, some of whom were targeted when they said AAP will not win Punjab?
Yes, the initial trends are indeed disappointing for us because we were expecting a complete sweep in certain regions of Punjab, especially Malwa region. But I'm still hoping, and we are still quite confident that these trends will reverse. There is absolutely no reason why AAP should not sweep Malwa and should not do
I'll tell you, Ashish,
reasonably well in the other two regions, which is Doaba and Malwa.
Ashish, what has happened?
So
what has happened? Just a minute. What has happened, it appears, is that Malwa has become a three-cornered race, not two-cornered. Akalis have held on to some of their strongholds, and that seems to have damaged you. Do you concede that you made number of strategic mistakes in Punjab, including not having a Sikh candidate as chief minister? You had no one to match an Amrinder Singh's stature.
See, hindsight, Rajdeep, is always 2020.
Yes.
So when the final results are with us, we will certainly sit down and analyze the results. But I would like to point one thing, Rajdeep, that whatever AAP does, whatever may be the tally, this is a gain for us. We are a new party, just a 4-year-old party. We don't have the traditional resources, the organizational strength which 150-year-old party Congress has, or the 60-70-year-old party Akali Dal and BJP have. Whatever we are doing, it is an absolute gain. It is a reaffirmation of the idea of AAP, that honest and clean politics of AAP is here to stay. We are not a one-state party. With this election, we are extending our footprints across the country.
Okay. I'm glad that the AAP is being a little more conceding and conciliatory today. I was still hoping for that apology to pollsters. That hasn't come. I'm sorry to press that point because it's not fair when people are called Bikau and Dalal and the kinds of words that are sometimes used on social media. I just want to also go to Sudesh Verma of the BJP. You're celebrating BJP unlike Bihar, where you celebrated prematurely. Today is the biggest day possibly in your state electoral history. Who do you give the credit to? Is it just that one man that you keep repeating? Is it Namo and Demo? Mr. Verma? Smile a bit. थोड़ा मुस्कुराइए.
You can't take the face, yes. I respect the face. So you see, and in that is how the party works. You know the functioning of the BJP. If the party loses, everyone loses. If the party wins, everyone wins.
And there's a problem with your audio. I don't know why the problem with the audio on a day when you should be celebrating. Ghanshyam Tiwari, are you willing to concede defeat of the Samajwadi Party? Bol do कि we concede finally that nothing worked. All the jumlas at the end didn't work also, that Mayawati Sandi became your Bua. Bua is doing very badly.
Well, I must say that let the final results be out.
Yeah.
I do see that if you compare BJP's wave or BJP's leads compared to 2014, they are still falling behind. But clearly they are in a striking distance of forming the government. The leads suggest so. I'll wait for an hour to be able to say concretely.
Well, I'm afraid, it's very difficult to get politicians to concede. But I can tell you a real story is building in my home state of Goa. Because the chief minister has lost. And I was being told by people in Goa that the chief minister would lose because there were people within his own party conspiring against Mr. Parsekar. Now we don't know what will happen. Whether this means that if the BJP wins Goa, and even that is looking unlikely at the moment, Goa could be heading for the worst kind of solution, which is a hung assembly. And maybe as a result, Mr. Lahiri, they will need a person outside the assembly to come as a united candidate. That we'll talk about on another day. But for now, big blow for the BJP. The one bad news for the BJP today is actually coming from Goa. Because how many seats at the moment in Goa on offer?
13 seats, the leads are lone, of which 6 the Congress is leading.
So the Congress is doing reasonably well in Goa and in Punjab. So you could have a situation at the end of the day today where the Congress will clutch onto the straws, and maybe more than a straw in the case of Punjab, because they'll win Punjab. They could be the #1 party if these trends hold in Goa. And I would hesitate at the moment because there's a north-south Goa divide.
Yes.
We have to see where the trends come from before predicting.
From North Goa.
Mainly trends coming from North Goa, which is good news for the Congress because the Congress last time didn't do well in North Goa. This is the more Hindu-dominated area of Goa. We'll have to see if the Aam Aadmi Party in a way dents the Congress in the south, but if it doesn't, then the Congress could have a surprise for you in Goa. In Manipur, clearly the Congress is moving ahead. So the BJP's real setbacks are coming in the smaller state, but all of that is offset by what is happening in UP. This is an election to beat all elections. Can I ask you, Sharad, who do you expect, if this is the margin, to become the next Chief Minister of UP?
But he'll be a handpick of Narendra Modi and somebody who can be held with a remote. because that's what he has been doing. They don't have a leader per se at the moment. Otherwise, they would have projected somebody, at least in some terms. And the race will be between an upper caste and an OBC in terms of caste. Because if Modi is to cultivate the MBCs more, maybe he handpicks somebody from that community. Or
Ashok, do you see a candidate? Do you see a visible, clear candidate? Will it be someone from within the legislature, or the name Keshav Prasad Maurya is being mentioned again and again, but he's a member of parliament?
Keshav Prasad Maurya is one candidate. I would say Manoj Sinha is also a candidate.
So you're looking again at Manoj Sinha, minister, or Keshav Prasad Maurya. Remember, Manoj Sinha is a Bhumiyar. Will they go for a Bhumiyar, or will they go for someone who is
for that matter,
for a
Santosh
MBC?
Gangwar, Santosh.
Yes.
If they have to signal a post-Mandal transition, then Ashok could very well be right.
Okay, I want to try and see if Sudesh Verma and the BJP's audio, we are trying to get the audio. For some reason, BJP is clearly at the moment struggling to get its audio right, even as it gets everything else right at the moment. Okay, let's then look at what is happening at the moment in the state of Punjab. I'm looking at those numbers now, and we are now virtually in a position in Punjab to say the Congress is emerging as the #1 party.
Yes.
The big other breaking news at the moment, Congress #1, and Aam Aadmi Party could even be pushed to #3. The Akalis are doing better than expected, and this is what Sukhbir Badal has been telling many of his friends: don't write us off. He himself continues to trail at the moment in Jalalabad, but the Akalis are not doing as badly as expected. Aam Aadmi Party down at the moment.
Sukhbir is leading in
now.
Jalalabad.
Sukhbir is leading, so that Sukhbir Singh Badal now is leading in Jalalabad, and that might reflect in a sense. That's right. the changing fortunes. Manpreet Singh Badal, on the other hand, is trailing of the Congress in Batinda Urban. In Lehra, Rajinder Kaul Bhattal is trailing. This is the best news for Amrinder. What a birthday present. One of my main contenders for chief ministership in the past is trailing. I am winning in Patiala. As I keep saying, Patiala Palace, the place to be at. He knows how to give a party, Amrinder Singh. So, Bikram Singh Majithia, importantly, he was the person who was targeted by Kejriwal when he was building his party there on the issue of drugs. I'm just wondering one thing that's happening in Punjab. Kejriwal targeted the Akalis, in a sense brought them down. The benefits are passing on to the Congress, almost by default. What explains that, Dipankar? Why would the traditional Akali voter now prefer the Congress to the AAP? Is it because of the dangers, as some saw, flirting with radicalism, or as some believe that in urban parts, the BJP voter in Punjab was switching to the Congress, not necessarily to the AAP? You wanted to keep AAP because you were not certain what an AAP government would involve.
You see, initially some of us thought that if the verdict for AAP was quite decisive, then that would also mean an anti-feudal vote.
Yes.
And that's turning out to be untrue.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's untrue probably is because AAP doesn't have a credible chief ministerial face, and number two, and most importantly, AAP is against Amrinder Singh. Amrinder Singh is a huge leader in Punjab, and AAP has nobody of his stature to compete against.
So you're coming to the question, do you think it was, and I ask you this, you reject caste. What about religious identity? In India's only Sikh-dominated state, was it critical for AAP to have projected a Sikh leader?
No, it is very important to project a Sikh leader, but not because they're Sikh, but because from Punjab. And there are no Punjabi leaders as far as AAP is concerned, or, where's the Punjabi leader on the horizon? The fact that AAP has made whatever gains it has made today in Punjab has to defeat the notion that only Sikhs vote for Sikhs.
And look at what we are seeing, I just for a moment, just diverting, look at what we are seeing in Uttarakhand. 52 out of 66 now with the BJP. So it's UP and Uttarakhand. These are massive states, large populations there, and we are coming to that demonetization question. Uttarakhand could have been one of the states hit by demonetization. Harish Rawat made it an issue. The people have rejected Mr. Rawat and what they perceive as corrupt politics of the Congress. Even electing all the Congress defectors to BJP are all winning. Mr. Vijay Bahuguna and others are all winning at the moment in Uttarakhand.
It is interesting that those who oppose demonetization are the ones who hurt the most.
Those who oppose demonetization are
the ones who hurt the most.
Yes.
I was in Uttarakhand at the peak of demonetization. 15 nationalized banks in and around Dehradun. Women would walk up the hills 9 o'clock at night, one bank giving them money. But even then, as early as in November, the verdict was clear. The first ever big Amit Shah rally, not even a Narendra Modi rally, but the state was willing to vote for the BJP. And they said that the past government was a government whose running speed was an average of 0. So in a sense, the state literally not reposing its faith in the Congress party, and Khanduri steering the BJP campaign, therefore, a far more trustworthy option for the people of Uttarakhand. So as early as November, the choices had been made, even before Mr. Modi had put his foot there.
Rajdeep?
Yes.
If you look at Punjab, again, you clearly see the Akali Dal in a lead position, which is second.
Amazing.
I think what's happening there is in Doaba region, the Akali Dal is doing reasonably well. Whereas in the Malwa region and in the Majha region, the Congress is doing well. And the AAP, whatever leads the AAP has is largely limited to the Malwa region.
And even in Malwa, and the interesting thing within Malwa, it is a particular part of Malwa. It's basically 4 districts of Malwa in Upper Malwa where the AAP is doing well. Moment you enter Patiala and other parts, that's where the AAP is getting swept up.
I think what we should...
Akalis or Congress?
In Doaba, it's the Akalis who are leading.
So it's very interesting because in Doaba, the Congress expected to do well, and that might make the critical difference. If the Congress has to go above the halfway mark, at the moment it's at the halfway mark. What happens in Doaba? The one question in Punjab remains, will the Congress cross the halfway mark? Remember, 59 is the halfway mark. They are in pole position to do it, but it will go down to the wire.
Yes. What is very important, what is surprising from here is, or good news for AAP, not good news, bad news for AAP is that the Akalis are in the second position.
That's right.
Is in the third position.
So this is a huge setback.
This is a setback. And second, I think from
Yes.
these numbers, if at gunpoint I had to make a guess,
Yes.
Congress is going past the halfway mark. There is no.
Sure.
You know, I take your point, and I really see, I believe we can go now to Mr. Verma of the BJP. Mr. Verma, the big question, first of congratulations to you and the BJP. I'm told by my producer we are still struggling to get the audio line. Very surprising we can't get the audio line to the BJP office on a day like this, but we'll try and make up for that sooner rather than later. But yes, you want, Ashok, you had a point about Punjab. Go ahead.
My point about Punjab was that we talk about parties stopping in one region and another region voting another way. Broadly, I mean, though the Congress is behind in Doaba for the moment, broadly, the BJP is leading in all regions in UP. The Congress is doing well across all regions in Punjab.
It also shows that the days possibly of hung assemblies and uncertain verdicts are over. People want to give a clear verdict.
Decisive
I think a lot of people who went through Punjab, myself included, thought that Malwa was voting very differently to Majha. I think that's what we got wrong in Punjab. We should know that a voter has a particular trend and votes in a particular way.
Which is why,
But
goes
hung
across
parliament,
regions.
which is why
Yes.
when you
there is
see
another reason
Yes.
why people say hung parliament.
Yes.
Because you don't want to be very wrong. If you
Yes.
say hung parliament and it
You could
goes the
always
other way, you're not totally wrong.
No, but look
if
at
I
what is
say
hap-
A is going to win and B wins,
Yes, the
I'm
BJP, by the
totally-
way, has now touched 250. And I believe Abhishek Manu Singhvi finally wants to concede defeat. Yes, go ahead, Dr. Singhvi.
Rajdeep, no, I will of course concede defeat in UP in a short while if this persists.
Yes.
But I was raising my finger to ask you, you
Yes.
constantly say, but you forget that Congress is likely to be through in Punjab, probably somewhere the kingmaker in Goa, but you're all forgetting Manipur. Why don't you talk about Manipur before I leave your channel? What's happening there?
You are leading
like
in
to know
Manipur
about
as well.
Manipur.
No,
Look,
5-5.
yeah,
Equal.
but it's now getting
5-5.
tighter.
Don't
It's
forget
now
people
5 each. It's now
Exactly,
5
so that's
each.
3.
No, sir, you are in a
Three.
tight race in Manipur.
With
Your
NPF
best
too.
news is coming by far from Punjab, and you could pull off a
Right.
surprise in Goa in these early trends by becoming possibly, and these are very early trends, sir. So I will not hesitate
Goa
to
there
sow
is-
any more.
Rajdeep, Goa, we must make the point that
Yes.
though the Congress is leading in 6,
Yes.
the MGP is leading in 2, the GFWP is leading in 1. The Shiv Sena is not leading, but the BJP and MGP together are actually ahead of the Congress and closer to the...
And I must make a disclosure. The GFFC's leader, Vijay Sardesai, is a distant relative. He's leading at the moment in Fatoda. And the interesting point, he's an ex-congressman. And this is typical of the Congress, that you have distanced yourself from leaders who win elections and instead chosen leaders sometimes, Mr. Dr. Singhvi, who lose elections for you. I will ask you that question. If these elections hold, wherein you win Punjab, but you are decimated in UP, how will you see Rahul Gandhi's leadership? Because we in the studio will give credit to Amrinder Singh for Punjab and will question Rahul Gandhi in UP. How will you see it, sir?
Look, leadership is seen in a perspective, in a context. We don't have selective, convenient memories that we forget the large number of national and state elections which we won from 2004 to 2014. We are now 2 years beyond that. Yes, UP is a bad loss, it hurts. But leadership contexts have to see a period. You've had a decade and a half, and you have to judge that decade and a half. In fact, if you want to judge it properly, judge it from 1999, 1998, or for that matter, 1996. And therefore, I think in that longer perspective, we know where we stand. But I agree with you that in UP, we need fundamental restructuring thinking for the Congress as a whole. And this has to be hard, tough decisions about strategy. And clearly, Mr. Modi's ability and talent to catch the public imagination despite taking wrong, illogical and non-common sense decisions.
Sir,
I think that's where we have to address the issue differently.
At least on a day like today, I concede that you have every right to criticize demonetization. I mean, there will be criticism of demonetization, but clearly the voter doesn't seem to see it. So in terms of communication, it's the BJP which has scored over you, Mr. Modi specifically, when it
That's what
comes to
I'm
the
saying.
big demo issue. I think let's settle that. It's about
Exactly, I agree.
communication.
See, in UP,
Yes.
Congress is known by the Gandhis. In Punjab is known by Amrinder Singh.
In UP, it's known by the Gandhis.
Look at
No,
the-
so that's a low blow. You have hit a low blow to the Gandhi family by saying that. Okay, but
Seven
you know,
seats on
but it's an
BJP.
important point.
Leading
In
is 7 seats.
Amethi and Raebareli, the Congress is being wiped out. They are now leading in
Only
just 7
7
seats across
As
UP.
far as UP is
My
concerned,
God.
Congress is equal to the Gandhi family. As far as Punjab is concerned, Congress is equal to Amrinder Singh.
And Amrinder Singh was made chief ministerial candidate only 2 weeks before the actual election. So he has reason to believe that this is his victory. He's the one who spent the last 6-7 months. And Prashant Kishore, the master strategist, has faced defeat today in UP, and he must accept that. But in Punjab, he helped Amrinder Singh. So it's a mixed day for Prashant Kishore, and every pollster or every strategist is also really learning you get your comeuppance. In fact, even in our poll, the one state where perhaps we misread the mood is in Punjab. We gave the Akalis single-digit figures. They are doing much better. No one has a 100% record in polls. We all have to learn and be a little humble maybe next time, including Mr. Kishore, including our pollsters, including us journalists who believe that all wisdom is reposed only in us. Yes?
What is BSP
If you look at the trends in,
Yes.
we are forgetting to add to what
Yes.
Dipankar ji,
Yes.
in Manipur, if the Congress does win, I think Ibobi Singh will have to be given the credit for having been a chief minister for 3 terms. So in the states where the Congress is doing well, they have their leaders at that state level who have
Very good
But the
point.
Congress party,
Very good point.
Congress party has this habit of giving all credits to Rahul and never take the responsibility for losses.
No, so what happens to the Congress party now in Uttar Pradesh? Is it over? Should we just write the obituary?
How many of those 69
unless they
seats?
One by
reinvent-
one, sir.
Unless they reinvent the party. And
No, what does reinvention mean?
Reinventing is they have to look beyond the Gandhis. If Gandhis fail in their own bastion, there is a need to rethink. Now they need to look beyond the Gandhis, and
think-
nobody has the
I
courage to
think-
do that.
Is Abhishek Manu Singhvi still with us? Abhishek Manu Singhvi, you heard what Sharad Pradhan says. You've got to look
Yes,
beyond
yes,
the
I'm
Gandhis
very
in
much
Uttar
here.
Pradesh. It's
I'm
time
very
to
you
accept
right,
that
obituaries.
world beyond the Gandhis. They're losing in their bastion, Raebareli and Amethi. How long are you going to say it's their karma bhumi? It's like a company which every quarter, throws off losses and refuses to change its managing director and CEO
Private
think-
limited
and
company.
chairman.
Rajdeep. Rajdeep.
Yes.
Rajdeep, these are extremely superficial, hasty and extreme conclusions. Let me tell you that enough Gandhis have won enough times at that area, and this company, as you call it, has paid rich dividends only till 2 years ago. So don't look at one defeat with such extreme comments. Let me tell you that to be able to admit and accept fundamental restructuring and introspection is quite different from trying to throw the baby out with the bathwater, to try to cleanse the system with
All nice
really,
words. Sir, these are nice words. If I'm running a private, sir, these are nice words. Sorry, sir. Sorry, if I'm running a private limited company which quarter after quarter is only losing, then somewhere you need to find a way out. Is the CEO, chairman not accountable?
Do you know how many state elections we won? Do
That is
you
history.
know how many state elections we won from 2004 to 2014?
1950.
Apart from 2 national elections? Do you know how much the pollsters got it wrong in 2009? So you just can't erase history. This is 2-year history, I accept. We are having a bad time for 2 years. How can 2 years of bad time wipe out 10 years of good times? The same people whom you are accusing of bad times gave you good times for 10 years.
Okay.
Do you know we
only
won
live in the
about
past.
15 assembly elections in those 10 years? More probably.
So you're living on a brand called history. You're living on the legacy
So let's
brand. You are a
balance it
legacy
out.
brand.
Let's balance
It's
it
not about quarterly profits. It's about being a legacy brand. But let's go to the headlines because we've reached 10 a.m. Okay. I love this throne, but I can't occupy it, I'm afraid. So we're going to tell you who's occupying the throne. The big headlines.